got and accepted a job as a kindergarten teacher next year. Oh my goodness! It's my classroom. I have another pillow. So this one is just super cute. It's in the shape of an apple.
Cause you want dollar bills right now, but you gotta work real hard. I know you want it to be easy, so let your guard down. And I said,
hello friends, happy Monday today. Oh my goodness, today is Tuesday. On it, our room is like a disaster right now because we were just like, okay, we gotta go to lunch, like just leave everything, we'll finish after. Today has gone really well so far. The kids are a little bit out of sorts, I don't know, they're just excited to be back, they're excited for winter break, they are just having a good time.
Filled your mind with doubt. You wanna stay chill right now, and don't let your eyes off the
okay, so are you guys ready for our scavenger hunt?
So let your guard down. And I said,
hello friends, welcome to today's video. Today's video is going to be a pretty fun one, I think, and it's going to be all about my first year teaching. So I am going to be reflecting and commentating and watching back a couple of my old videos. We're just kind of talking through them and talking about some of the ups and downs of my very first year teaching, things that I wish I would have done, just kind of sharing and reflecting all about my first year. So that is what today's video is going to be. Before we get into that though, I did take a few different clips over the last week of school, and so I took a clip before our last Zoom meeting and then before I saw my kids for the last time, and kind of was just sharing my heart and thought process going into the very last week of school in all of the craziness. So I am going to share those videos just for memory purposes, and so I'm gonna insert those clips now. I am starting a vlog at like almost 5:30 right now at night. I just decided I really want to vlog this. I want to have it in my memories. So I am about to go on my very last Zoom call with my kiddos. Oh my gosh, I'm so sad. I was actually doing just fine because I didn't think I was gonna cry because we get to see our kids tomorrow in like a little celebration parade thing, and so I know I'm gonna cry then, but I was like, oh, today's like not completely goodbye because I'm gonna see them like in person tomorrow. But I am going to read my kids this book, I Wish You More. I highly recommend it. It's so sweet and so cute. And so I read it to Warren just to like, I was like, this is the book I'm gonna read, like listen. And I was like, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna cry that much because I'm gonna see them tomorrow, and so it's not like completely goodbye today, it'll be like completely goodbye tomorrow. And he was like, well, yeah, except for today's the last day that you're ever gonna read them a book. And I was like, so I don't know if I'm gonna cry during this, probably, I mean, who am I kidding? But what we're doing for our last Zoom meeting is I am reading them this book. I put together a PowerPoint full of like pictures from the year and stuff, and then we are having 2 or 3 of our specialist teachers come to our meeting today to say goodbye to them. And so that is kind of what we're doing. And then tomorrow we get to have like a little celebration parade to like give them gifts for the end of the year, say goodbye to them in person, even, you know, we have to keep our social distancing, but we can say goodbye to them. So I'm really excited. I'm excited to see them today and just chat with them and have them be able to talk to their friends and to our teachers and stuff like that. And so that is what's happening right now. And so I'm about to hop onto that call and I will talk to you guys afterwards. Hey friends, it is the next day now. So it's actually Friday. Today's the day that I get to go see my kids, and I'm seriously so excited. I'm not gonna lie to you, I have like super bad anxiety / nervousness this morning just because I haven't seen them in so long. I don't know. And I think also because it's like literally the last time I'm ever gonna see them. I just like have a lot of feelings that I haven't really like, not acknowledged, because I know that I'm sad, but it's like I haven't let myself feel them because it's like, I don't know. I just like I'm trying really hard to be like happy for the kids and like not be sad, because I know a lot of them are feeling a lot of feelings right now, and so I just don't want to like add to that. But anyways, I just am feeling really anxious this morning. I am heading to my school in just a few minutes, probably like 20 minutes. We're gonna make some signs for our little parade kind of celebration thing. Kind of crazy to me that the school year is over, because it just seems like it just started like not that long ago. But my kids were honestly so sweet. Like I have the best class this year. I know I'm probably gonna say that every year. Something that I'm super proud of this year is just how much of a community my kids developed in our classroom. Like they learned so much. I learned so much from them. I just wish so bad that I could just like hug them and squeeze them, which I can't because coronavirus. But at least I'll be able to actually see their faces and talk to them in person. And I'm so excited to see them. Like it's like Christmas morning right now. Okay, so this portion of the video, as I said, is going to be me watching back and reacting and reflecting to some of my old videos. So I am going to pull up those videos right now and then get started. It's kind of weird for me to watch back videos that are older than like 6 months old just because it's weird to like watch them again. But I'm doing it for you guys, so let's do it. Also, if you're new here, hello, my name is Haley. I just finished up my first year teaching. Obviously, I taught kindergarten this year. I vlogged my entire experience from getting my job, actually from student teaching until now. And so if you would like to see more of my videos, please make sure to hit the subscribe button. Also, if you like this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. I'm gonna pull up some videos and let's get watching. All right, I am looking at my channel. Let's scroll through and find the vlog where I got my job. I think that's a good place to start because that is where this whole journey started. Where is it? Oh, here it is, okay. I click it. Oh my gosh, I remember this day. Okay, and I know it's towards the end of the video, so let me find where it is. Oh my gosh, this was when Warren and I were doing long distance. Okay, I think this is where the story time starts. All right, let's watch this. It is Thursday, May 2nd, and I just got done student teaching. I'm literally sitting in the parking lot of Goodwill because I'm so excited. But I've always thrifted, you guys. I just got and accepted a job as a kindergarten teacher next year, and I'm literally over the moon. I'm so excited. Like I was almost crying when she told me. I was crying. I was not almost crying. And offered it to me. And so this job was the job that I interviewed for on last Tuesday, and I wanted this job so bad. As you guys probably saw during my moving vlog, I like updated you guys on this and told you that I was doing this interview, and it is my dream school district. I wanted this district so bad. So bad. They stand for things that align with what I stand for in teaching. They have an amazing mentorship program for their first year teachers. They do. Just overall, I just got good vibes from every single person that I talked to in the district. And you guys, I'm so excited. So I'm gonna be a kindergarten teacher next year. Isn't that crazy? Like, that's so crazy. I just like can't even believe. Oh my gosh, just thinking back to that. So if you guys haven't watched that video, basically I was at my student teaching school and I had missed a call. I did the interview and it was over Zoom, funny enough, before quarantine. And basically my principal kind of told me that she really wanted me to work at my school, but they needed like a little bit more time to figure out how many positions they were gonna have. And so I was like, okay, so kind of just waiting on the call to get it like officially offered to me. And so I got it while the kids were at recess, I think. And so I went into the bathroom and like hid in the bathroom and like talked to her on the phone, and she offered me the job. And I just remember I was so excited. I just was over the moon. So yep, that was a very happy day. So that's how my journey started. Now let's watch a video. So I did a lot of classroom hauls over the summer. If you guys have been here since then, I honestly didn't follow like any teacher YouTubers at that point, except for Elementary in the Mitten. Kim, if you're watching, hello. I was like a really big fan of her, but basically besides that, I didn't watch any teacher tubers. And then somehow a classroom haul popped up on like my suggested page, and I was like, hey, like people do these videos. So then I filmed one with all the stuff I had collected so far, and then from there I just continued sharing as I collected things. So that's basically what my whole summer consisted of, all the videos that I filmed. So let's go to classroom setup day 1. It's loading. My computer is running a little slow. There we go. Alright, you guys.
Oh my gosh!
This is a before on the first day, so before I've done anything.
I forgot how it looked.
Stuff. But yeah. So the first thing I think I'm going to do is start to put up the bulletin board here because I know exactly what I want for that. So that's going to be my word wall.
I did.
So that is what I'm going to do first.
Oh my gosh, you guys, the word wall is the worst part. It took me forever. I'm not looking forward to that next year. All right, let's skip to a different part. Oh yes, I started working on my library. I remember feeling super overwhelmed on the first day of classroom setup because even though I knew kind of what I wanted to do, it's like your first day, you're like, well, what should I do? There's so many different things to do. And I was like super overwhelmed. And also I had just finished teaching for the summer school program. And so I was really tired and not in comfortable clothes. Also, if you're doing classroom setup, highly recommend comfortable clothes because you're gonna be sweaty and hot, especially if your school doesn't have AC. So I was pretty much dying this first day. I remember that.
All right, guys, my hair is up because it's stinking hot.
It was really hot.
But I'm working on my like little library corner right now. So I put all the bins up and then I put the clear like little label holders in. I don't have my labels made yet. I haven't wanted to do this, but since I can't really do anything like out here, I think I'm gonna start sorting my books and figuring out exactly how many more bins I need. And so that's what I'm gonna do right now. And so I brought some of the books over, but I have a ton more. So I'm gonna get started on that.
Exciting. Let's see what else we did today, that day.
Sometimes I like have accepted like too many books, if that makes sense. Like I went through all my books before.
Oh yeah. So obviously when you're like going into your first year teaching, you're just like so grateful to get anything and you're just super excited and stuff. But I realized through this that I had collected a lot of like books and just knickknacks that teachers were giving me that they didn't want anymore, that I really didn't have a purpose for, and I didn't really want them in my classroom. And so I would suggest if you're going into your first year teaching, I totally understand that it's so tempting to just accept anything that you are given, but I would suggest being kind of mindful of like, oh, this book's in really bad condition, or like it's super old and maybe a little problematic. Don't bring those things into your classroom just because you don't need all the clutter. I'm a very like minimalist, organized person, and so clutter just makes me overwhelmed. And so I would recommend understanding that it's okay to say, you know, no thank you, or accepting it and then donating it. If you're not actually going to use it, don't hold on to it. So that's something I learned too. All right, so that's basically all for the first classroom setup day. How crazy. Oh my gosh, I just remember feeling so excited. Let's go to a different video. Let's watch a vlog. Oh my gosh. No, wait, we have to watch the first day of school vlog, obviously. Oh my gosh.
Hello, sweet friends. Welcome to the most exciting vlog ever, and it is my very first day of school vlog.
It was pretty exciting.
I am so excited, you guys. Like, I cannot tell you how crazy this is. I feel like it hasn't quite hit me that like school is starting today. I think once the kids all get there, obviously I'll be like, okay, yeah, this is real. I'm just so excited. I like cannot believe that the time has finally come. And I kind of shared about this on my stories on Instagram the other day, but like when I started this channel, I was like starting student teaching, and I like vlogged my entire student teaching experience and also my very first day of student teaching. And on my way to student teaching, I was like tearing up thinking about like how crazy it is that I'm like starting my dream job, and now I'm like actually starting my dream job.
Little background, I have known that I've wanted to be a teacher since I was like 5 years old. The day that I met a teacher and realized that teaching is a job you can do, that's when I wanted to be a teacher. So it really has been something I've been looking forward to my entire life. All right, here we go.
Brand new
I remember this.
So I will check in with you guys when I can. Oh my gosh,
you guys, it's like 10:45.
The curls are gone.
I'm gonna drop the kids off at PE, and I'm holding the camera at a really awkward angle. I'm sorry, but there's like a window right across from me. But
there's giant windows.
Crazy, you guys. Like I had specialists at 10:35. The kids got here at between like 9:15 and 9:30, so it looks so sweaty.
Also, I have stopped touching my hair as much as I used to, FYI, so that's good.
But the kids got here between that time, but some kids came at like 9, some kids came at like 9:40, and so the kids were like out there for so long eating breakfast, and they like eat outside their classroom, and oh my gosh, you guys, it was just crazy. And
can you tell how stressed I am?
You guys. But so we didn't get to anything I planned, pretty much. We did a circle because we are going to do like restorative practices in my classroom, and so we're doing community circles. So we did a community circle, talked about the talking piece. We used this little caterpillar guy, went around, said our names and our favorite colors, and only talked when we had the talking piece, just really drilled that into them. And then my smartboard went out. It like turned off, and I like had all our videos that we had to watch, all our PowerPoints, and I was like, oh my gosh, you guys.
So why this was such a big deal for me was because I had a handful of students who spoke zero English, like none, zero. And so I had like prepared all these like slides that, you know, said this is the bathroom, and it like was translated into their home language, and then it like had a picture. So I was gonna like do that and then show them, okay, this is where the bathroom is, just to kind of help them. And my smartboard went out. I don't know why. It's never happened again. Never again. It was just the first day of school. So yep, there's that.
And like I have kids that don't speak any English yet,
yeah.
So I was really relying on those visuals, and I was like, are you kidding me?
Always have a backup plan.
Then we just kind of scrambled, and I just told them verbally. We practiced lining up, and that's about it for 45 minutes. Like, oh my goodness, it just went by so fast. Like I was supposed to do like a lesson, and it just didn't happen. So we're moving everything. They're in specials until 11:20, so I have like a long time, and so I'm gonna really like re-evaluate our plans for the day, and we're gonna practice. Like when they come in, they're gonna come.
This is so funny to me because I was so stressed out, you guys. Like this is a really bad spot to stop, but I was so stressed out. I was like sweating. It was just the most hectic thing ever. The first day of school is crazy, and then having like to troubleshoot different things like that, I was so stressed.
Carpet, we'll review the carpet expectations, and then we'll practice sitting in our seats. So making sure our feet are on the floor, our bottoms are on the seat, and then our hands are on the table. And then we're gonna practice going from the seats to the carpet like quite a few times, and practice pushing in our chairs and coming to the carpet, going back, coming to the carpet. Just doing that like at least 3 times to like really get them used to it. And then they'll come in, we'll do a read aloud from our curriculum. It's basically like My Friends. It's really simple. And then they practice, you know,
all right, let's
going over carpet expectations. We're just doing tons of routines today. And
oh yeah, if you are, well, any grade, but especially kindergarten, I would recommend spending a lot of time the first day and also the first couple of weeks practicing routines and expectations just over and over again, because that is like the #1 thing that you should really practice, so that you are building that foundation of expectations going forward in the year. And I really do think I did a good job of this, because my kids did know the expectations from day 1, and so that really helped me going forward. So there's that. All right, so that is all the videos that I'm gonna watch. What a trip down memory lane, you guys. There's just so many things that I vlogged and talked about and shared that I just completely don't even remember anymore, because it's just a blur. So I highly recommend vlogging your first year, or taking a lot of pictures or videos for yourself, because it's so fun to look back and just remember all the feelings and things that happened. And it's pretty funny too. But I just want to touch on a couple of things, reflecting back on the year, and talk about things that went well and things that didn't go well. I am gonna do a whole separate Q&A, probably the next video after this video. I asked you guys for topics on Instagram, and then I got a ton of questions. So that's gonna be a lot more of like me answering your questions, but this is just gonna be more of me reflecting on the first year. So I just remember being so excited. Obviously, I talked about that in those vlogs. I have said it a million times. I have always wanted to be a teacher. I love teaching, and so I was so excited to finally start. And the first day, the beginning of the first day was just so stressful, but it was like So good. The kids, my class this year, were so sweet. I just absolutely adored them. I loved them so much, and they just made my year so much. I just loved them. And so even though the first day was off to a little bit of a rough start, it was great. It was still fine. So if you are entering into your very first day of school ever, like I was, know that things are not going to go as planned, and that's totally okay. Over plan, but know like what your most important things you want to get to are, so that if you run out of time or, you know, things happen that aren't planned for, you can still prioritize what's most important. And so that's definitely what I'm going to be doing this year, is just knowing that we're going to go with the flow, especially if you're teaching kindergarten. They're so tired, so tired. Like I had kids falling asleep because they were so tired. And so make sure you incorporate like a calm break or like playtime and stuff for them to just like rest. I remember probably end of September. We start at the beginning of September, so about end of September, beginning of October. I was so absolutely exhausted. I remember looking at the cubbies. I think I talked about this in a clip, but basically I was like questioning my ability as a teacher. I was like, these kids, oh my gosh, like how am I gonna do this? How do teachers do this for their entire lives? And that was the closest thing I had to like a breakdown, I guess. Like I was just like questioning myself and just thinking like, how the heck am I gonna do this? But it turned out to be fine. Honestly, I think why I was feeling so overwhelmed was because I was absolutely exhausted. I had been sick for like over a month. You guys, I don't know if you remember, but at the beginning of the year, I was so sick because I never went to the doctor. I never took a day off because I was like, it's harder to take a day off than it is to just stay at work, and like I don't want to deal with a sub and blah blah blah. I should have just taken a day off and gone to the doctors, because as soon as I did, I was like so much better and I just like felt like myself again. So if you are a first year teacher and you're sick, take a day off. It's not gonna be the end of the world. Your kids will survive, I promise you. And plus when you get back, they'll like probably miss you more and be really sweet. So it's a win-win. I would recommend setting up a sub binder so that you have like a template to just plug in your lessons. You already have all of your routines and expectations laid out in that sub binder for your sub to work through. That way, like the night that you're like feeling really bad and you're sick, you don't have to write all of that. So if you're gonna do something this summer or something at the beginning of the year, I would highly recommend putting together a sub binder, because it makes your life so much easier. I remember by winter break, I was very ready for a break. My kids were too, and I just stayed and I just deep cleaned our classroom because it definitely needed it. And then over winter break, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I struggled a lot mentally over winter break. A, it's winter. B, I was so happy being a teacher. I absolutely loved it. Even though I knew deep down I was like needing the break, I have a hard time when I'm not really doing anything. I don't really feel like I have like a purpose or like something to be working on or working towards. And so teaching is a really big part of my identity, obviously. And so not being able to do that, I struggled a lot, because that was the first break since I had become a teacher. And so that was really hard for me. And so I know that not everyone struggles with that, but I do know that some people do. And so if you're in that position, just try to find things to do that you're passionate about. That's when I started WGU. So I ended up starting WGU December 1st, and I did the Master's in Curriculum and Instruction program. And so one of my best friends, her name is Lauren, and she is a first year teacher at my school as well. We decided to do it together, and so we did it, and we did it. And so that really helped me over that break and helped me just feel like I had like something else I was working towards as a person. It kind of helped, you know, recognize in myself that I was more than just a teacher. Like I'm also me, and I have goals that I want to work towards. And so I ended up starting my master's, my very first year teaching, and it went fine. It was honestly fine, and it wasn't too much for me. I always prioritized school, like teaching, but I was able to find a balance that worked for me, and I'm really glad that I did it, because now I'm done with it. So the beginning of January and February, I just was on fire for teaching, you guys. I just wish so bad that school didn't get canceled, obviously, because of coronavirus, but I absolutely was on fire for teaching. Like my kids were finally like, the second half of kindergarten is magical. Like the kids, they have those foundational skills, they know the expectations and the routines, and you can really focus on like the heart of teaching, like really focus on, you know, learning how to read, learning math, like learning how to write. Oh my gosh, it was just so cool. And I would like, I was so motivated because I was seeing results in my kids. Like I could look at their assessment scores, I could look at their daily work and see, oh my gosh, my kids are like writing full on stories. That's so cool. Or like I tested my kids on the BAS assessment, which is like the benchmark assessment system, I'm pretty sure. Or something like that. But basically you like find out your kids' levels. And so I tested my highest group of kids and they were reading at like a level D. And I was like, oh my gosh, what? That's crazy. I don't know if that's normal, but I was pretty surprised. And so then we were able to start like small group reading groups, more than what we were already doing, and just really dive into like literature and reading like books that I read growing up. It was just so cool. And so I just remember those last couple of months of teaching when we were in school, I just had a blast. I loved it. I loved going to work. I loved seeing my kids. I loved what I was teaching. It was just amazing. And so then coronavirus, and then everything changed and we made it through though. All of my kids, I was able to see them on Zoom. I was able to say goodbye to them at the end of the year, but overall my year was just absolutely amazing. I couldn't have dreamed of it going any better. I just loved it. And so that is basically how my first year teaching went. I had a really amazing supportive school, really amazing supportive admin and coworkers and mentors and kids, and it was just overall my dream year. I just can't imagine it going any better than it did. And so I'm really grateful for my first year of teaching experience. And so that is my honest, vulnerable reflection of how the first year went. And I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. I know that it's something that I will definitely look back on and remember and watch back this video. And so that is pretty much it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. Also make sure to hit that subscribe button so you can see the rest of my videos and watch my very unknown journey as a second year teacher. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.
I don't wanna stay here, no. Ain't gonna keep it